Hi, this is Dani from Living Free Over 50, and I'm in a small town called Monticello, Utah. I spent the night here in a truck stop. I was planning to spend the night in the nearby forest. I forget the name. There's a national forest right up the road and up the mountain from here called something LaSalle, I think. And, excuse me. But when I came into town, I looked at the weather and it was going to be 32 degrees down here in Monticello. And that means, of course, if I was up in the mountains, it's going to be even cooler. I have found that in the van, I can comfortably sleep, be warm enough and be fine to the freezing mark, to that 32 degrees Fahrenheit. Cooler than that, and it starts to get tough. I have to get up, start the van, have some heat. If you've been watching my last couple of videos, you know about the camping stove dilemma. I won't go into all that, but I'm without a heat source at the moment because I use my camping stove for that. So we just have to turn on the car anyway, doesn't matter. So today I'm getting ready to go to Canyonland National Park, and I'm super excited about that. And so this Monticello is about halfway between where I was and where I'm going, which is Canyonland. They have the Needles and the island and I don't know, just some cool stuff. I am amazed how much cool stuff there is between southern Colorado, the southern western tip of Colorado, and southeastern Utah, and then over across. I'm going to be going a little bit into Utah and then coming down and being, anyway, I'm exploring this basically kind of the southeast corner of Utah. There is so much stuff here. I mean, a lot of you who are watching are like, well, duh, you know, the big five, and they know about Utah, they know about everything. I didn't know about any of this stuff. I did not grow up camping or out in nature or traveling to national parks. I went to Mesa Verde 2 days ago. Was that just 2 days ago? And that was my first national park that I have ever been in. So I bought a national park pass while I was there. It's so exciting. Maybe I'll take a picture of it and show it at the end because that's just how dorky I am. So now that I have my national park pass, I'm just doing a bunch of national parks right around here and in Utah. A few things I'm noticing about being on the road are I'm always trying to find kind of a balance, and everything has its pluses and minuses. We know this and that. I know that's cliche, but once I headed for Durango, I headed off the main interstates and headed onto mostly state highways and county roads and things. And so for 3 or 4 days, I've been on these back roads and stuff. And the challenge, okay, it's wonderful because you get to see so much more of the natural beauty and all the little side places to stop, and it can be more enriching to take the back roads because you see how people actually live and you see more of the countryside. I love taking the back roads. However, on the interstates, you have truck stops. It also means you have a lot of trucks, which can be challenging at times, but you have truck stops. Truck stops have showers. Truck stops can be really convenient and have a lot more variety and, you know, of little things that you might need, all kinds of little benefits, but mostly it's the showers. And you know, I do love a good truck stop shower. So when I came onto the back roads, I did not realize that traveling on the state highways would make it very challenging to try to find places to shower and things like that. And so again, pluses and minuses. These are just things I have to start to take into consideration when I kind of plan trips. And that's another thing that I need to find balance with, is there's this balance between planning and being spontaneous. And I like to be very spontaneous, but I'm finding that with things like weather, things like closures of campgrounds, of museums, of things for the pandemic and for lots of other reasons, a little bit of planning does a lot of good. And it can help to do some research ahead of time. That is not normally how I roll. I don't mind having like a date, maybe a week or two out, like I'm going to be in a certain place at a certain time, maybe even to meet up with new friends or something, fellow nomads who are out there traveling, which I'm trying to do. Mostly I'm by myself and I go where I want, and if a whim takes me somewhere, I go there. And I do like that, but I need to have a little bit more of a balance between planning and being completely spontaneous and doing what I want. I need to check the weather, things like that. Just make some kind of plan and just be prepared for anything so that then I can afford to be spontaneous and do what I want, if that makes sense. Also, a balance between kind of being in nature and being in more civilization where I have internet connection and Wi-Fi and things, because I do like to do things like upload videos and talk to my kids and things like that from time to time. So I need to kind of go back and forth. Also, what was the other thing about balance? State highway. Oh, active days and rest days. I get very excited and I go, and then I kind of hit a wall and realize I really need even more than one rest day. Like I like to have, ideally I really like to spend 3 or 4 days in one place. And so there's so much around here to see, but very soon I think I will be stopping maybe someplace for 3 or 4 days at a time, because I've had a little bit of travel every single day for 3 or 4 days now, and that's enough. Also, it's also, here I am, I'm kind of blathering on, but if you're interested in this kind of thing, then this information is good, and if you're not, then you can, fast forward or skip this video. Another thing is just staying at truck stops versus staying in nature. I prefer nature, of course. Every once in a while, I don't mind stopping in town. When I was at Mesa Verde, I went to a BLM land that was close by to Mesa Verde, but it was closed. It wasn't closed due to COVID. It was closed for deer mule migration or something, maybe. I don't know, but that was why. So it was closed, so I stayed in a Walmart parking lot. And actually that Walmart parking lot ended up being great. It was full of other campers and stuff. They had a whole section of the parking lot reserved for us. And I felt very safe, and it was a really good experience. And today I'm excited about Canyonland National Park. I will just share some of the journey. I'm going to share my view right now, because I'm always sharing these beautiful, gorgeous views. And so I want to share the truck stop views too. Can I even get a truck stop view? Yeah, there you go. That's my view. There's the garbage can and the fence. It's not all glamorous, but that's okay. That's okay. It's just life, but it sure is fun. I'll see you in a few. I'll catch you with an update in a little bit. And now, as promised, the beautiful annual National Park Pass with my official signature. Only $80, and what a bargain at that. So here's me when I finally get to the park. That'll be in the next video. Thank you so much for watching. I'm so glad you're here. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Bye for now.